Actually, I don't care if we are on. Okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oak Cliff Performance Seminar. Today is May 1st, the first day of the May. Finally, summer is, well, actually, it's still spring, but whatever. It's very hot here. So summer is here already. Today we have 3 performers. They seem ready and hopefully excited to share their music with all of us. Let's have Anya go first, and please announce your name and the piece you're going to play.
Um, my name is Anya, and I'm playing Forest Whispers.
Ta-da!
Um, I don't think I memorized it. Okay.
Right, round of applause to Miss Anya. Great job learning this piece. When did you start learning it? Just curious.
Um, I started slower.
No, when did you? Sorry, like for a week? Like
Oh, okay. Uh, maybe I would say like mid of April.
okay, so about 2 weeks. Okay, that's actually a very good pacing. So you got everything pretty much like all the basic foundation is good. Like you got all the notes correctly. You got some like there are some parts are easy to make mistakes. Actually, you got all of that. So you got notes, you got rhythm. Your sense of pose is very steady. Um, you also got the dynamics as well. Obviously, you are still kind of applying on it because some dynamics sounds a little bit too, to me, it's a little bit too sudden. Maybe it will sound more natural like after a while. And I think right now you can shift your focus to balance between hands, and also maybe try to start increasing your tempo. So this piece will be slightly faster.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make any mistakes. That's why I went slower because I had a talent show today before and I
Mhm.
went a little faster, so I kind of messed up a
Well,
little.
it's always good to be safe. Yeah. So well, I'm very happy that you actually take that experience and apply it on today's performance seminar.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like that can be the next step. All right, we will talk more about how to make things better in the second half of class. But for now, let's shift to the next victim. Please announce your name and the piece you're going to play.
Hi, my name is Finn, and I'm going to be playing Africa by Toto, arranged by Eileen Messini.
Wait a minute. How to say the arranger's name?
Miss Eileen,
Oh, thank you for that.
I'm gonna try to do this from memory.
Oh, you gotta memorize it?
Yeah.
Alright, good luck then. Ta-da! Applause to Mr. Fan. Great job. Thank you for trying to memorize it. I can tell, like, I don't think you memorized for me before, so that was actually your first time, right? Speak.
Yeah, that was my first time ever.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's almost there. Yeah, obviously, there's some parts that is like kind of like unsure, but I think you got the structure nicely. Okay, and then I can tell you're trying to take care of your dynamics as well. That's very good. And then for the just for the second page, in the beginning of the second page, the chorus part, maybe try to add pedal as well. That will increase like a very nice and brilliant tone on your piano. Um, we can talk more about the details in the second half of class. I don't have too much thing to say, to be honest. It's just some random like hiccups here and there. You gotta do the backwards tool, basically. Alright, as for now, let's move on to the next person, Mr. Joseph.
Hello, my name is Joseph, and I'll be playing Unravel by Toru. I cannot pronounce his name right.
Toru Kitajima.
Yeah, Toru Kitajima.
Ta-da! going like a fast part there. Okay, thank you. Let's give applause for Mr. Joseph. Ta-da. All right, really great job on learning all the notes on sheet music. It's a tricky piece. Yeah, and it's like it's also hard to. I don't know. Maybe to you it's not hard, but it's pretty hard for singers as well. It's pretty challenging for singers. Yeah. Have you heard the song before? Like, did you hear like many different people like singing it, like cover it?
Yeah, I've heard the original and the piano version.
Oh, I mean, like for how about for singers? Have you heard the singer part?
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay, great. All right. Well, we can talk more about the details in the second half of class, which is now. Let's shift back to Miss Anya's piece. Kind of like the pace today, so we have like something nice and peaceful, and then we shift to something more exciting, and then we shift to something like almost like a crazy. Yeah. So let's go back to this one. Have you thought about the balance yet, Anya?
What?
Have you thought about the balance yet in this piece?
I haven't done it yet.
You haven't done it yet. Okay. So can you probably like explain what balance means?
It's when you make the left hand softer than the right hand. I mean, not exactly.
That's not what balance means, but that's something that we want to do in this piece, yes. Anyone else can explain balance? Finn.
Huh?
What does balance mean?
There's an equalness between the left hand and right hand.
Equal what?
Well, I mean, in a band setting, a balance means no section overcovers. Usually, I'm in a band, so the lower instruments will be the main part. Or I don't really know how to say balance. I know how to say something's.
Okay, you give like very nice example, sure. Alright, Joseph.
Yeah, so balance in terms of dynamics basically defines the magnitude of each hand. So I guess in this case, you don't want either side to overpower, as Finn was saying, but in other cases, you might want them to be equal, or maybe the left hand's more.
Okay, great job. Thank you. Yeah, so that's basically just the volume, the dynamics ratio between hands. And it can be right hand more, left hand less. It can be left hand more, right hand less. Depends on the situation. So in this case, usually most of the time, well, I would say like almost like 99% of the time, we want to bring the dynamic more on the melody. In this piece, the balance, the right hand should have more dynamics. Like even though it says mezzo piano, right hand should be, maybe right hand can just be mezzo piano, but left hand itself, like overall, need to be piano or even less. And not just balance between hands, the balance can be between notes in one hand, especially when you have more than two notes, or more than one notes to play. For example, in the right hand here, we have so many notes, but the top notes will be more important than the other notes. So we want to hear the top notes here. And then in order to bring out those top notes, we will do some physical adjustments on our hand. So maybe we haven't talked about, maybe you haven't like experimented it yet, Anya, but you can try. You can actually try it right now. So let's just play only the top notes in the right hand here.
Do I have to make the B louder?
No, we only play the top notes right now. We are literally not playing any other notes. Just play the top notes right now. Where is that B? It's a B, but it's like. Yeah. Oh, and also make sure you're using 2 on this D.
Oh.
Like, how does she know like I play with my 1? Because most of people do that. So make sure that when you practice this kind of like single voice practice, you still use the finger number that's supposed to play. Let's do one more time. Great. Okay. Now I want you to do all the notes now, but your ears try to catch all the top notes. Let's see how it goes. It might not work so well, but I want to see if you can actually make that work.
So do I have to play the chords?
Yeah, play all the notes now, and then but try to bring out the top notes that you just did. Just like it's
Like
just
even the left hand notes?
no left hand, just right hand.
This is hard.
It's one occupier.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's in the right direction. It just right now it sounds like you are trying to bring everything out, and then the adjustment is very hard to do. Like physical adjustment is very hard to do. What you want to do is use your wrist to help, and also you can change your hand shape a little bit. Usually our regular hand shape is just like regular, right? Just like vertical. You can actually tilt it a little bit to the right side. So instead of doing this, you tilt it a little bit, so you kind of lean to the right side. For the hand itself. Can you try that one time? And maybe your body can lean to the right side as well. It might be a little bit too excessive to talk about body movement right now, but let's try. Oh, your hands go, you better. Keep going. Kind of. Keep going. Wrist.
Sorry.
Wrist as well. Oh, this one's the best. To me, this one's the best. You're getting it. You're getting it. Did you hear a different stuff?
Mm,
You're like kind of.
yeah.
Like I wish my thumb can be softer. Another imagination you can try is like think about the top notes is playing the full key, like full depth of a key, and then your thumb or other notes is playing only half of the key. That's another way. It's very detailed control, so you could probably do experiment more in Kaizen. And now, for other parts, for the regular, like in the balance in general, like we talk about between hands, between left hand and right hand, if you want to make the right hand louder or left hand softer, what's the usual tool that we do? Yes.
Wait, the left hand softer and the right hand louder?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, ghosting?
Great. So Finn, can you explain what ghosting means?
It's when you don't play the left hand or right hand notes.
I was trying to find someone to answer for you, but thank you for explaining that. Yes. So you can do that in Kaizen, okay? Have you done that or not yet?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you do?
Not for this piece, but I have done it.
Oh, okay. So that's the reason why you know that. Okay, great. So, well, try to apply it on this piece. Now let's move on to Finn's. I really like your opening for the first 4 bars. After that, these 4 bars, somehow you tend to rush a little bit. Don't forget, like this type of music, like especially when comes to pop music, the sense of pose, like steady pose, will be super important to create the assignment. And I understand that okay, it's exciting to hear the main thing coming, like main melody comes in, but if you rush to that, it will lose that tension, lose that excitement. So try your very best not to rush here. You didn't rush in the very first line. Just this one, somehow, kind of you want just being a little bit impatient. Can you maybe write it down?
Okay.
Thank you. I know the arranger somehow just put the same dynamics over and over again, which might be a mistake. So what you want to think about, even it happens so many times, 1, 2, 3, and 4. maybe think about how you gonna make something different in these 4 times. Maybe the first time is actually not that loud. Maybe mezzo piano first, or even piano, and then this will be like pianissimo. I think what the arranger wants you to do is just have the contrast between these two voices. So ba 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 ba. So just make sure you don't play these as loud as this one. But since it has 4 times, maybe get louder and louder each time, or whatever you think sounds the best. You can do either getting louder and louder, or getting softer and softer, or have we call it hairpin, getting louder and getting softer. If you're getting louder and louder, it makes sense because it keep restating, because it's so important. I want this like over and over again. Another way to make sense is getting softer, because you're thinking about each time is an echo. So if it's an echo, then it will get softer. The hairpin will also work, because, well, maybe it's coming from something far away and getting closer, and then we fade out because the main melody is coming in. The first one is coming in. So you gotta make some space to make this pop up. There are different like ideas, and I think all of them should work, or all of them should make sense. Like I just explained all of that to you, but you'll pick the one that you think works the best. Good. That'll be your job. I don't know, because it will take like literally like, I don't know, half an hour figure it out. Yeah. There's another thing I always appreciated, which is like there's no right answer. It's always have the most logical answer or most preferable answer. As long as you have the logic or the theory behind it to support your decision of doing the dynamics, of doing the articulation, that will be very convincing to your listeners. First, you need to convince yourself, though. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, great. The good thing is you don't. Well, there's some little mistake in the left hand in the bass notes, so maybe just go over that a couple more times with the structure. I think I said something like you need to do a backwards duo in the beginning. After you play, and I still think you should do that, but not bar by bar. Instead of bar by bar, maybe 4 bars a group will be smarter. So it's more about the structure. And then, well, it's very nice to hear you're trying to memorize the piece as well. Let's move on to Mr. Joseph's piece. And by the way, can you write those things down?
Yes.
Thank you. Don't think about your brain is like, your brain is good, but try to have do like double barriers. I really like your, okay, sorry, shift back to Mr. Joseph. I really like how you set the mood, or set the, I would say set a mood for this entire piece. It's like very tender in the beginning, almost like an unsure feeling. And this is like everything is remaining like tenderish until it gets to the crazy part. I really like that. Maybe bring out the top notes even more, so there's a balance between notes in the one hand on these. But at the same time, it'll be very nice if you yeah, if you can not bring out, but kind of like have the very steady pulse in your heart here for your left hand. Then these will create a very like nice tension, because right hand is not, and right hand doesn't have accents on every downbeat, right? It's like, okay, 1 E and like a 1 E and 2 E and this kind of stuff. But if you have a very steady left hand at the same time, to that the listener hear the pulse as well, they will hear the conflicts between them, and that will create even nicer tension. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think you are trying to think about the different attack speed between sessions. Is that true, or you're not so? Yes. Okay, great. Kind of want you to share that. So how do you create something like dreamy like in the beginning, I think it's pretty dreamy. Like what's your strategy on attack speed? And maybe you can also explain what attack speed means.
Attack speed. I think what that means is just differing speeds channels. So
Different speed on what? Like
I guess well, parts that have more or just in higher dynamic range.
yeah, attack speed will affect dynamics. Yes. Do you mean like volume wise?
Can you repeat that?
Do you mean volume wise? Like you mean dynamics range on attack, like attack speed will affect the dynamic range?
Yeah, I think.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of related, but the attack speed what I meant was like the approach, like how you approach to the keys, like how fast you press down a key.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually we talk about attack speed and weight. And usually, if you do a faster attack speed plus heavy weight, it will create a pretty aggressive sound and loud, of course, because it's heavyweight. To
I
create,
understand what you mean now. Yeah.
huh?
I understand what you mean now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So in the beginning, to make it dreamy, to me it sounds dreamy. Like, what do you like? Are you being aware like how you're gonna control your attack speed to do that?
Yeah, so in the beginning, it's just a lighter touch, right?
And the way you describe it is about weight. So lightweight, yes, I agree. Lightweight. And how about attack speed? Is that attack speed in the fast side or slow side?
Slower.
Okay. So lightweight plus slow attack speed, you get a dreamy sound. And there's no like, okay, it needs to be light, or the light has a different level. The slow or fast attack speed also have a different level too. And then usually this is how I do the dreamy sound. If I want something more crystal, then I will do lightweight but fast attack speed. If I want to do something warm, I will do slow attack speed, somewhat medium weight. And you should do that for the middle session as well. Like this fast session, I think sometimes your attack speed is good, but your weight might be a little bit. I get it. It's forte and it should be heavy, but maybe think about the balance. Because you can actually create excitement through the clarity instead of like it's very loud. All of these da 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 da. These need to be very very clear. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So find a balance between your weight and attack speed should help. All right. Looking forward to your next page. Like this part. Good luck. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your music with me and working with me today. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye.